He's got the first down sprinting inside the 45. Fighting Lions all the way down to the 42-yard line. Tyrone Wheatley, the battering ram, has a Raider first down. This then inside the Lion 30, play action bootleg. Gannon's got room to go, 25-20, and he steps out of bounds. The Raiders first down on the 15-yard line. Touchdown Raiders. Randy Jordan blocked it. It's a touchdown for the Raiders. Randy Jordan does it again.
All right, how you doing, everybody? Good evening. This is Captain Jack. Mike, you've got to have an introduction, okay? And I'm gonna say this, Mike, and it's G Mike Smar. Please, when I'm having a replay, and it says it's a replay, just read. Because when you asked the question, I actually tried to go back into the broadcast and put the information up. Wait a second. See, I'm on here now, and I'm not even supposed to have this information on. Okay. So shoot. Let me get some of this squared away. Okay. There it is. Okay, here's your stuff. Yeah, Homer, and for everybody, the blowing that you hear, I apologize. It's hot as shit in my room. I turned the one fan down. Okay? I turned the one fan down. Jason Campbell, I see that you're joined. Jason, I got something for you. I was actually going through my room with my stuff. This is for Jason Campbell. Jason, this is yours. This is yours. You know why I know it's yours? It says Campbell on the back. It says Campbell on the back. That's awesome. I have it for you. It's not going anywhere. Okay? So Jason Campbell wins his football because it's his to win. I'm not sending it anywhere because this is Jason Campbell's. So many moon ago when we had a place for our club, people gave up stuff. No, not the ex-Raider Jason Campbell, my buddy for many years, Jason Campbell. Hopefully the sound has gotten better, but I'm going to be sweating balls tonight because my air conditioning, which you might not be able to see over there, is not working. Well, okay, let me rephrase. It is working, but it's leaking. So in order for me to not have a bunch of water in the room, I had to turn the air conditioning off. So apologies for me having the fan on while I was working earlier. There's still a little fan. I have two fans on. The one that was right below the microphone, which obviously, wow, I am screaming. It looks like the one that was right below the microphone, I turned off. That was the larger of the two fans. So I apologize for that. If you hear, thanks for coming in. And again, Jason Campbell, you will be getting your football back as soon as we can figure out when we can see each other. Welcome to everybody here for a little bit of an interlude. G Mike, please don't ask me if it's a replay anymore because I tried to get it together and it screwed up the broadcast. I had to take it down. And Jason Campbell's going to get his football back. Thank you for everybody that is joining me on. We have various platforms here. You're watching either on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or Twitch. I got a Twitch person that comes in every show. So thanks to that. Remember, the best way for you to win, stuff like that, what Jason's going to win back, and the other stuff that I had. And if you didn't, and more stuff. And actually, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But when we get okay. By the way, fuck you. fuck you to the one person that gives me a thumbs down. And I know who it is. Fuck you. This person is a child. A child. Just goes on my page to give me a thumbs down every broadcast. Fuck you. And I know I would normally have to drink for that. Fuck you. It bothers me only because this person who has nothing better to do than to go on and come on the show via a view and give me a thumbs down. And Kel Rogers, thanks for coming in. A person who is older but is a child. If you don't mind, because again, I know I have the one thumbs down every show. If you don't mind, on YouTube, because I blocked them today on Facebook, where it has the thumbs up, please give me lots of thumbs up, because I want to make sure that my percentage of thumbs up, my percentages of thumbs up remains in a high percentage. And as soon as I can figure out how to block I didn't say it, I mouthed it. I can't, Vicky. I can't block them on YouTube because I don't know what his YouTube. I don't know what his YouTube is. As soon as I know what his YouTube is, I'm gonna block him. I'm gonna block him as soon as I know what his YouTube is. I'll get with you, Logan Raider Moore. I'll get with you. I'll get with anybody who wants to know. I'm not going to say his name publicly. But please get the thumbs up. Now, going into the show again, I'm very happy to say, and Kel Rogers is here, and he's going to be hopefully the first person who gets a chance. Ooh, my hat's kind of screwed up. There it is. Because I put my headphones on. Hey, well, there you go. Yeah, Logan Moore knows who it is. Jason Campbell, thanks for coming in. Andy Panagakis, I hope I got that. Rick Saldana, Chris Lentz, Hot Neil, and Ronald Wayne DeClose, all on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube. Please subscribe, because you're going to be involved with the prizes. And that's when I blocked them, is when I had there was a post that I put today, and I got a ha ha ha. That's who it is, Logan. Just kick him out. I hate saying that, but you know, when you block, when you thumbs down a show just to do it with nothing else but hate in your mind, that's childish. That's childish. Hey, Don. Okay, enough time on the inconsiderate F-tard that is that person. Yeah, and Don, I hope you know you won the movie prize. So whenever I get out there, we're going to the movies together. Anniversary cake. All right, well, happy anniversary there to Don Webb. And while we are here, and I want to get into the show. So let's do this. Man, I have this stuff done, but I didn't get the chance to put on. Oh, there it is. But the other one's there. Hang on. There we go. All right. We're going to transition to the Captain Jack news and views. So we'll stay here. First off, how about some quick hits? Oh man, shit. I hate it when I have the graphics underneath it. There we go. Quick hits. And if do you have this card? Do you have this card? By the way, Vicky, I took a shot. It wasn't on camera, but trust me, I took a shot. A Mike Trout rookie card. I think it's what, 2011? I think it's 2011. Went for $900,000. I guess everybody's going to start looking to see if they have their card sets from that year. Yeah, in case you're watching, yeah, there is football on. I'm watching the Alabama Clemson game that was played here in Tampa, if I'm not mistaken. So and we know how it ends. We know who caught the touchdown. We know who caught the touchdown too. Raider. There you go. Anyway, Mike Trout's baseball card went for $900,000 at an auction. Second quick hit. If you don't know who that is, that's the former coach of the Bengals. And he says that with the NFL looking into how they are going to give... yeah, I got graphics up, Vicky. The graphics right there, you're looking at them. And the quick hits. Marvin Lewis, thank you, I figured it out. Marvin Lewis says that with the NFL stating that for the NFL to push hiring minorities by giving them higher draft picks, he equates this to Jim Crow laws being put in effect. No, you can't see the football game while these graphics are on, Vicky, because there's no reflection. These are the graphics. Anyway, I kind of agree with him. He says that it having, incentive in draft picks just to have coaches, minority coaches being hired, it denigrates just if you're good enough to get hired, skin color shouldn't matter. And I agree with that. May the best person get the job. And this one I like, and I haven't been watching the Last Dance show. I did record them all, so I am going to watch the Last Dance when I get a chance to. But you know who is not happy with the Last Dance? And here's that FU. I didn't say it. Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant were really pissed off about how they were portrayed in the Last Dance by in the ESPN docudrama. So is that O.J. Howard? Looks like him. Yeah, I'm watching the game. A lot of pros in this game. I mean, I was watching Bo Scarborough just click on yardage, man. You know, the guy that was just so good last year for a certain Tennessee team. Anyway. So Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant definitely are not getting Christmas cards from Michael Jordan this year. And those are my quick hits. Now, one thing that I do want to make sure, if you haven't seen the show already, is yesterday I had a really, really good interview with Ken Thompson. That's the graphic that said person who is a child gave me a bunch of ha-has about. That it was an entertaining show. Screw you, dude. It was an entertaining show. It was. I'm not saying it because I said it was entertaining. I'm giving out information that people said to me. It was an entertaining show. Listening to Ken Thompson give his analysis of how the Raiders are going to be playing this year, my goodness. It was inspiring. So if you haven't seen it already, go to YouTube. You're watching YouTube now. You should be anyway, and you're subscribed. Go back to yesterday's show and click on it. I mean, it's a really good show via the analysis of what Ken said. It was inspiring. Now, which brings us to tomorrow night. So here's your promo already. Okay. As a neutral, it was a decent show. Well, there you go. I mean, even Kel, who is a Vikings fan, said it was a decent show. Who's the cult leader? I don't know what that's about. Oh, I know. Yes. F him and his cult leader. Now I know what you're talking about, Raider Homer. Agreed. F him and the cult leader and some large L as well. Anyway, tomorrow we got Jerry Robinson on. And hi Hot Neil, thanks for coming over. Alan Zaffrey, you're over on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube, brother. Please come over to YouTube. Because, in fact, if you see Alan Zaffrey, it says Raider great linebacker Jerry Robinson, also Eagle great. I actually had that on the graphic originally, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to put Raider great. Because if you see on the bottom where that picture was, he says, it's all about the attitude. And that's what Jerry pushed to me. Jerry is a great guy. Met him a bunch of different times. He's down to earth. He's freaking awesome. So make sure you're here tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, Black Shield Gallery Wheel webcast on YouTube. Come over to YouTube. Better sound. And yeah, hopefully my my air conditioning hopefully will get fixed tomorrow, so I won't have all these fans. I'll just remember not to put the fan on underneath the microphone. And then get my after Jerry's on Friday, I'm going to take a night off on Saturday, and then Sunday. We have the one, the only Violator coming on Sunday. Again, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, and Violator's going to talk for as long as he wants. I'm going to say, Wayne, just go. We will talk, and when you're done, let me know, and then we'll let you go, and then we'll have everybody else call in. Hot Neil, very sorry to hear about that. Very sorry to hear about that. Dan Flightus is Hot Neil, by the way. So my best to you, shipmate. My next door neighbor had his leg cut off because of diabetes. One of the other reasons why I don't want to get too attuned, that's why I'm not going out. Dan is Hot Neil. So again, best to Hot Neil. And there we go. And that is our news and views for the day. Now, while I got everybody here, I got two things to say as well. I want to say thanks. I want to say F you to that guy one more time. I didn't say it though. And his he's a minion of somebody who's an ass as well. This came in the mail the other day. I love this. I'm not taking calls yet. Hot Neil, I'm not taking calls yet. Hot Neil, not taking calls yet. Dude, when I say I'm taking calls, I will take calls. When I say I'm taking calls, I'll take calls. please. I didn't put the thing up yet because I'm still doing my intro. Again, this is a card that I got from Miss Becky. Thank you, honey. Hey, Edge of Philly did come in. Thank you there, shipmate. Becky sent me this card, and the other great thing is she sent me this package right here. I like the fact that she put a nice Raider sticker on it too. That's cool. So I open up the package, and I get this, in its own little case. And hang on, let me put this down here. Kind of like Christmas. And Becky, we were talking about the Slammin' 12th Man fan club, and it's not some kinky thing. It's, okay, let me see if it's Stockton. Is it Lodi? I know, and I don't. All of these stand for a city. Becky, if you're there, it's SLAM, Slammin', and all of those are initials for the city. Let me see if I can get it to which camera am I on? I'm on this one. Okay, here it is. Nice pin. That's a beautiful pin. I want to say thank you, Becky. That's going on my captain's hat. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, if you didn't notice, I'm sporting my South Florida Raider Booster Club shirt. I'm gonna make sure that I if any booster clubs send me stuff, I'm gonna wear it on camera. Yes, you did, Becky. Thank you, sweetheart. I love that. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Very, very touching. I appreciate that. Now, not to be outdone, because I know Vicky, she gave me a picture. I didn't get a chance to put it up yet. But Vicky is sending me the shot glasses. The shot glasses that she's sending me, and as soon as they come on, I'm going to be using them because she wants me to use the shot glass, so I won't be using this. So I will be taking shots from the shot glass. What I think I'm going to do is this. Where is it? Yeah. I'll get the Raider flask out. There we go. I'll get the Raider flask out, and I'll put the stuff in the Raider flask, and then I'll put it into the shot glass, and I'll do the shot. So I wanted to okay, there we go. Stockton, Lodi, and Manteca. So there it is. I knew it was. Can't you do both? What, from the glass? Maybe, Dan. Dan, if you not Eagles, but if you send me something like Flyers or Phillies, I'll use that. But Vicky said it's coming in the mail. I can't wait to get it. So yes, I wanted to make sure that I do have that package coming, and thank you, Vicky, in advance. I will be doing the shot glass there. So now again, if you're joining me, Alan came over to YouTube. Thank you, Aaron Cortez. Go over to YouTube, shipmate. Rich Witt is on Facebook. Hopefully, going to YouTube. Everybody, Jimmy Farrell. Giovanni Rubio. Hey, there's nothing more Italian than Giovanni Rubio. Hey. And again, Chris, Rick, Andy, Jason, if you're on Facebook, please come over. Please come over to YouTube. And thanks for the thumbs up. If you like what you see, don't be a dick and give me a thumbs down and you don't even watch the effing show. God, that just this just bothers me, man. It bothers me because somebody is so childish to do that. Now, having said that, I'm gonna try not to dwell on that butt plug. Okay, my Skype is up. I want to make sure. So, if you want to call, make sure I got that available. I got too many screens here. Let's go to the big screen. Hang on here. Got that. Yeah. So I got all these graphics now. Now, got that up, not quite. Let me make sure. Gotta have the regular number up. So I want to make sure. There we go. All right. Now we got it up. All calls, and Hot Neil called earlier, so we know it works. In fact, turn my phone down here. Hot Neil called earlier. He knows the number. Now the line is up, Hot Neil. But if you want to call via Skype, and I know that, like I said, Kel, who's over in England, who's a Vikings fan, and he just said it was decent. That's from a Viking guy. Okay, that the show with Ken Thompson was a decent show, so he didn't say it sucked. I thought it was fantastic because that's a Raider thing. CBS put out the top 100. Matt Marinovich, thanks for chiming in. Waller was the only Raider on at 79. You got to be kidding me. I mean, Waller, yeah, Waller's going to be a great deserve that list, like you said. Hudson for sure. Hudson is the best. Hudson is the best of the centers in the league. Hudson is the best. Name me another center. And why is he not on that list? Carr, I can agree with because Carr has not performed yet. Maybe after this year, if he performs up to snuff, then I can see it. But no, I can agree with him not being on the top 100 there, Matt. We're just, we're downplaying it. Again, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Last night with Ken. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Don Webb gave me 5.5 stars. Oh, I like that. I get an extra star. Thanks, there, Don. My page is a couple of minutes ahead of YouTube. Okay. That's why I say I look at the comments as I can see them from both, but. Again, if you're on Facebook, thanks for being on Facebook, but come over to YouTube. Cherie, actually. I know it's Cherie, because a gal I went to high school with had the name Cherie. Cherie Pantea, thanks for coming in, but please come over to YouTube. Wow, nobody's calling? Oh, well. Line is open, 813-699-0834. My Skype is on. So okay, good. I know you're watching on YouTube. Thank you there. Where is he? Because I just saw him up here. Where'd he go? Okay, Aaron Cortez came over. Thank you. Kel, there you go. Kel was over here. So if you're on YouTube, if you want to call on Skype, the Skype address or who you want to find on Skype is Captain_Jack_Rackham. That's for folks that want to call on Skype. Obviously, we know what the number is. Hot Neil was calling it, and I said, man, don't call too early, please. It just screws me up. Okay, who else is on? Osal Chavez, thanks for coming in. How you doing? What's up to you as well? Thanks for coming. Again, if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, subscribe. Oh, and I'm glad I reminded myself. Okay, I did a listing. Okay, of who's subscribed recently. Okay, and this is important because these people have their public correct. Okay, Jesse Rodriguez. Some guy by the name of Wayne Mabry. That's Violator. Raider Squid, BC the Great, Don Day, Kel Rogers, my gentleman from overseas, the Vikings fan. Valerie Sabaris, that's her last name. Salman Nasser, Wilfredo Blanco, Lynn E., Sean Kelly, and Karina Tamayo. They subscribed recently. Why? Because it's in my listings, and they show up in the listings because they have their settings correct. If you are a recent subscriber and you don't put your listings up correctly, I won't know it. I can't put your name on there because I don't know you're a subscriber. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Kel. Well, Kel says he's gonna call in next time. Thank you. Appreciate Kel. That'll be after. It'll be Sunday after Violators done talking. But thank you. Bowden, Reggie, Henry Rux, Edwards, Abram, and Arnett. Yeah, they got a lot of potential, but if you're talking top 100, hey, thank you, Kel. Thank you, Kel. I appreciate your assistantship, mate. You know what? I said this before, if the Raiders stopped being the Raiders, Raider Squid, you got it correct, man. Whatever you did, and I put the instructions in one of the things. Go to your settings. Go to where it says check on Facebook. It's on Facebook somewhere. Okay. It's on Facebook, and you go to your settings, and then where it goes privacy, make sure that it's not over to the right, because that means everything is private. Put it to the left where it's not all the way up. Oh, there's Cleve Farrell. I see. I just saw a Raider on screen too. So those folks that put the privacy correct are correct. But you're good to go, brother. And I want to have as many people be able to give it away as possible. So if you're another recent subscriber, thank you. But make sure your settings are correct, because I can't set your settings for you. I can't. You have a beautiful wife. Well, then she did it. She did it, Don. Again, if you're on Facebook, thanks for being here. If you're on Twitter, or actually what they call it, Periscope, thanks for being here as well. I have a couple people on Twitter. In fact, I can look if it doesn't take too long to come up. We'll see if I have any people that are watching on Twitter. Because it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up for when I do I know that Twitch has the one person. Now, if I go to my Twitter feed, and I'm going to do that, okay, go to my Twitter feed, how many people are watching? It'll show me. Usually it's anywhere between 3 and 8. And that's a good piece. That's not bad. Other people that are watching, okay, go to mine. Okay. Where the hell? Come on, man. Okay, right now we have... Okay, nobody's watching on Twitter. Oh, well. Oh, well. I know that I'm not going to be on super late tonight because I got a medical appointment tomorrow. And then before my medical appointment, the gentleman that hopefully will be able to fix my air conditioner, the guy who installed it, is going to come over. So I got to get some sleep for that. Anyway, hi Neil, you can call back in now because it's available. Kel's going to call in next time. But again, for those people that are watching in Europe and in the Pacific, now you have a place to call in. Steve Barola and Diane Castillo came on board. Thank you. Anthony Esparza as well. David G. On Facebook. Please come over to YouTube and please subscribe. Now, since this is a call-in show, and I ain't got no calls, we'll wing it. Now, I do like the fact that, and we were talking about it. In fact, let's go back to where we were. We were talking about it. Where else my YouTube feed? There it is. Okay. And it was the 100. Okay, Matt said this. Okay, top 100 NFL players of 2020 projected. But in order to be projected, you had to have obviously shown something the last year. Now, again, let me get something to drink here. I haven't sworn a little bit. And when that gets done, I do have a Coke. Just in case. But you got to be looking in the fact that the Raiders were by record 7-9. We all know they were 9-7. But the fact that they were 7-9, got that better pick, they got Henry Ruggs, that worked out for them. And tackle the dude. Okay. Anyway, if you're not watching the game, 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 4th and 3 for Bama, so they're going to punt deep in their end zone. Alabama currently is winning 17-7. And this is the national championship game, Bama Clemson. I think it's 2017. It's the one that was played down here in Tampa. And it's obviously for most of the people that like, sports. Hey Don, talk baseball, man. Call in and talk baseball. See, Don was talking about his. Neil saw me on Twitter. Well, there you go. Thanks, Neil. Vicky will be right back. That person who shall remain nameless apparently thinks that Miami Hurricanes are the one and only college team. And we got Mike Serra up. Mike, thanks for calling in. I'm going to go to the big board. This way we can talk this way. How you doing, brother? What's going on? Whoa! What? Yeah, can you hear me, Mike? Mike.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Yeah, are you outside?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. Are you outside in the wind?
Yeah, I am walking right now.
Okay.
I'm walking because all the gyms are closed, so I have to exercise to walk.
Okay. Yeah, it is windy as hell where you're at, or are you huffing and puffing?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna switch off for my headset. Hang on just a second.
Okay. Because I gotta.
Sorry about this.
No, that's fine, man. I mean, dude, you're good. You definitely exercise, and it always reminds me of that scene in Dumb and Dumber. Is like, he must work out, He must work out. But no, I switched over now. Yeah, it was just very loud. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, I was walking and I had my cordless there, my wireless headset on.
Okay. So what are we talking about, brother? Thank you for calling, man. We can actually talk something.
All right, so I'm back.
Yeah, You're back. You're good.
So I was just we're talking about the top 100. Somebody mentioned, I saw that they said that Jacobs didn't make it to the top 100.
Yeah, I
was surprised at that.
I can still see. I mean, to me, he was the best rookie. He didn't make Rookie of the Year. He should have, but maybe he's right. Remember, man, this is the top 100 players in the NFL. Okay, and I think maybe Jacobs is maybe 101, 102. He's right outside the top 100 to me. And he proved it.
He has got his due since he's been in the league. I mean, people say good things about him, but he never gets any accolades, He's
right.
For some reason.
But here, I mean, this is something that can be inspiring for the team because last year, who was on it last year, Raider wise?
I don't even think they had anybody except for maybe Rodney Hudson.
Right. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure that Rodney Hudson was on the list last year. Now, I don't know where Rodney Hudson was on the list last year, But you mean to tell me that he dropped off that much that he shouldn't be on the list this year? I agree. Derek Carr doesn't.
There's no way. He had one of his best years this past year.
Exactly. And Derek Carr, to me, is not top 100. He's not. But he has.
I think Ed Winchell thinks he's top.
Well, yeah. Well, Ed Winchell thinks he's probably bottom 100, but that's Ed Winchell. And God, I love Ed, but boy, I tell you, talk about a hater. But the thing is that he wants the Raiders to win, so he's not a Raider. He hates Derek Carr. Well,
he's not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that do hate Carr.
Yeah,
it's just a fact. A lot of fans do.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to throw you, as they say. The Raiders have room for improvement. That's why I said if you want to feel good about the Raiders for this year, make sure you watch the video. Oh, nice! Is that? Yeah, that's my boy. Yes, touchdown, Hunter Renfrow. I'm sorry, it's so good. It looked like the play where he got the touchdown against the Chargers. He takes the ball and he eludes and he breaks out and he gets a touchdown. So now it's
he scored that touchdown in Denver on the last game of the year.
Yeah,
and they didn't call it.
Yeah,
and he reached right over. I don't understand how they couldn't have gave him the touchdown.
Nah,
that was the first time they called it back, and then the second time I think Engel or somebody went over top and they said he didn't make it, and he made it. So that game we should have won. So there's one of our.
Yeah, well that game. It call two. There's obviously Jacksonville when the league said they screwed up. Against the Broncos, I think they got the Bronco game that we got a letter from the NFL as well. And then obviously, if Terrell Williams gets the touchdown that he dropped.
Well, it would have been. I don't think it would have been a touchdown. But it would have been like a gain to about the 20-yard line. Or 10-yard line.
But we lost by what?
He dropped the ball.
How many points? It
4
was
points, 3 points. 4 points, I think.
It was right. It was very close. So you get that pass back, and you probably win that game.
Yeah. But there were a lot of opportunities. I mean, if they would have called holding on, I think they held somebody. I think Arden Key was playing at the time. The guy held Arden Key, and that was when Deshaun Watson made that great play and he got kicked in the face and scored the first touchdown pass. Well, if you watch that play, you can plainly see that he was getting help.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was screaming from the stands. I said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, his whole body went back with the arm around his neck.
Right.
And this was Arden Key. And then Arden Key actually broke it, and then he went after him and he tried to make the tackle. And Deshaun Watson made some great play and kicked him in the face. Or he kicked Deshaun Watson in.
Right. And,
and busted his eye open.
Well, and it's just amazing. Like I said, 2 more wins for sure. And then maybe beating the Texans. So, hey, 7.
Yeah, and in the media, most of the media is getting 5-11, 6-10. I mean, what the heck? I just don't understand how they can say that when this team has improved through the draft and free agency.
Right. And I agree with you, man. It's like, how can you say that we're going to get worse when we've stocked the team? And they say we were going to be 5-11 last year. I said that was BS. And we proved that we were a better team. We were obviously 7-9.
Yeah, and this year we have a quarterback that can back up our starter if he gets hurt or if he doesn't play well. You've got another quarterback that can step in there who's been a starter, who's won a playoff game.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel very confident.
Yeah, it's screwed up, man. It's screwed up. And again, now
5-11 is the one that got.
I'm sorry, what was that there, Mike?
It was a 5-11 record. Somebody could have called it a 5-11 record. You understand.
Yeah. It's stupid. But again,
I mean, you're gonna probably beat Denver twice. You're probably gonna beat Chargers twice. I mean, maybe at least one. You're gonna beat them at least once.
Right. And see, that's the thing. It's like you figure we're going to split against Kansas City finally, okay?
Yeah, we're going to be 3-3 or 4-2 in the top.
Right. And get in the division. But you know what? I don't say that because, again, I think maybe, okay, at 1-2, we could be 4-2, but that doesn't necessarily mean, because like I said, I think we're going to split against Kansas City, which we never do. But I think we might. In order to be 4-2, we got to sweep somebody, okay? And are we going to sweep the Chargers? Even when the Chargers were horrible and we were good, we would always split against the Chargers, and then it would be the Broncos.
I think Denver was an easy sweep.
Well, see, I hope, but 3-3 in the division. I think this division is the AFC West is going to be going back to being the best division in football, like it used to be before. Okay.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that. And thanks, Steve, from the Barola family in Fresno. Thanks for coming. Hey, remember, if you're watching on Facebook, please go over, subscribe, and go over to YouTube, please. And I see Simon, by the way, Simon, you are subscribed, and you did it correctly. You did it correctly, Simon, so you are eligible for the prizes. Now, the other gentleman that was with you the last two shows that came on with you, was it like Jimmy, the one Jimmy guy? He said he subscribed, but I don't see the subscription. So make sure that your subscription is public. And I know... I know, Mike, your subscription's public. I know you're in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Well, a long time ago, probably a year ago.
Yeah.
When I started with,
yeah.
I was never really on Facebook that much, and then when I got on Facebook, that's where I started picking up you and the Bear. How about our buddy, what is that guy's name?
Don't say it.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it.
Don't say it. That other person who is just a flaming pile of poo, and that's where that person who likes to give me thumbs down. He sees him all the time. He's a minion. So
yeah,
and
that's all related.
I finally blocked him today on Facebook, and if I can figure out how to block him on YouTube, trust me, people, I will. I will block his ass so easily. Because, again, if I'm saying something that's stupid, or if I'm not entertaining you, sure, give me a thumbs down. But just to do it, that's ass.
Well, you're never going to go on somebody else's show and do that. I mean, you just wouldn't do it. Even if you hate them, you're still not going to do it.
Exactly. I mean, you know why? Because why should I bother? Why should I bother? I mean, that shows me that I'm in that person's
you still
head.
Care about something there.
Yeah, I don't care enough to thumbs down somebody. I just block them. I don't want to have to listen to their crap. I just block them. So why go on a page, and that other page that is on YouTube? I don't go over there. Why? Because it's not entertaining.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, and the Bear, your show, the Bear Show's great too. I mean, it's good. It's good. You guys know your shit, so it's fun to listen to.
Yeah, and the one thing is, and do you listen to Homer? Because Homer has good stuff too.
Yeah, and I need to listen more. I just never get around. I don't even know when he's on, so I don't get a notification.
Yeah, Homer does his shows on Monday night. It's like Monday Night Live with Homer, and he's on. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern to like 10 to 10:30, because sometimes he runs over. So he gives you like good content for about 2.5 hours. So he does that as well. He has his blocks where like 15-minute blocks, which kind of go over. He's got his halftime show. I like the halftime show where you call in and you give your blurbs and call in as well. Hey, unfortunately, I got to get rid of you, brother.
Okay, hey, no problem. Hey, there's going to be football, NFL in the fall. That's what my going out is.
All right. Hey, thanks again there, Mike.
Talk to you soon.
All right. That's Mike Sarah in Misery. And here we go. We're talking to our boy Jared in Pittsburgh. Jeff Turner They never show the Raiders in Tampa. Jeff, I'm here, man. I'm here. So actually, Jared, turn your box down a little bit.
It's down.
Okay, how you doing, brother?
Good. How you doing?
I'm bored, and I'm not saying that for the show, but I was actually looking to try, because you know me, I like to watch movies, and I went through every movie channel that was on from like 9 to 11, and there was I had like one movie that was a maybe I was gonna watch it, but it was one of those like, man, I can't even watch that. And then I saw that they had the national championship game on. I said, well, hell, I'm watching that. It's definitely more entertaining than watching. They had just some really crappy movies on, and I was throwing out a lot of F-bombs earlier, so I apologize if you heard that.
What movie was it?
I don't remember. Like I said, I just went through the guide and said, nah. I just scrolled down. So that's when I went back to the sports, and then saw ESPN. And so obviously that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah, and of course we've got that big matchup coming up on Sunday between Peyton, Tiger, Phil, and Brady, which will be interesting. It'll be a fun match to watch on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Officer and a Gentleman, Don. You know what? I'll figure out what it was. Hang on. Because now I'm kind of curious. And again, I don't know if I'm really going to watch that. Because I despise Tom. Oh, by the way, if you really despise Tom Brady, you know how they had the Last Dance with Michael Jordan? I just read that they're going to have a Last Dance show with that quarterback that I just mentioned. Normally I don't mention his name. But they're going to have a Last Dance with him, I guess. Black Hawk Down. That's probably, that's what it was. It was Black Hawk Down. I was going to watch Black Hawk Down. And the reason why was because at least it, without getting into too many things, I know quite a few of the people that were involved with that op. So that's why it's always been something that I follow. And there are things I can talk about, but I can't talk about here. So it would have been Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on right now in the sports world. I mean, we heard about Pat Dye. Apparently, our thoughts and prayers are with him. However, after we found out what happened with him, however, it's unfortunate what has happened with him. However, we just heard that Louisville's going to be the first team in the ACC to allow workouts beginning the first week of June, which is going to be crazy, however. And they're saying something about no football costs $4 billion, however, in alter college sports. It's apparently financial pull of the pandemic could cost college football at least $4 billion, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep saying, "Oh, we're going to see a season." I don't know if we're going to. I really don't at this point. This kind of just interesting to keep an eye on, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, and that's why if I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the interview with Ken Thompson, but Ken is sitting there in Vegas, and he's saying that. It really looks good to him that the NFL is going to do everything in their power to put a product out there, and the reason why is because of the money and these states. Actually, he was even talking about how California was saying that that they're losing all of this money. And the teams, they might not play in California, but, they might go and maybe they'll play in Arizona or they'll play in Nevada. So all of that money that California is going to lose between, you're going to start with the Dodgers and the Giants and the A's. There's your three baseball teams. And the Angels, there you go, there's four. So that's four baseball teams you're losing money on. And of course football you're losing with the Niners and the Rams and the Chargers. That's three football teams. Then you got all of the hockey teams. So you're losing. I mean, I don't know if it's billions of dollars, but it's definitely high multiple $100 millions of dollars with that the economy there. So there, all of that money that's not being used in California and New York as well. You got, now granted it's New York, New Jersey, because especially in football, it's actually the teams play in New Jersey. But, it's that market, where you're losing that influx of people coming over, crossing the bridges just to go to the games out in Jersey. But you're just losing, I would say, billions and billions of dollars. Oh, yeah, the Padres. I missed the Padres. Shame on me, because my great uncle used to be their trainer. Anyway, but, yeah.
Well, speaking of the Last Dance, did you watch any of that documentary at all? And did you hear about the crap that Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen said they were livid about what happened after
Actually,
documentary?
that was one of my quick hits tonight. I saw the article saying that how Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant were pissed. I haven't seen any of it because I've had because I do my shows on Sunday. And what I should be doing, and I have them all recorded, but I haven't just gotten around. Is that Farrell? Yeah, that's the Raider. Farrell was jogging. I guess he got injured. But the thing is that I got them on the screen, but I just haven't watched them yet. I'm normally watching movies, so I'll watch them when I have to do like a. What do you call it when you watch things back to back to back? Binge. When I binge, I'll watch The Last Dance. I heard it was a very good series, but Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant saying that they didn't like the way that they were portrayed. Well, if it's video and if it's locker room interviews or whatever, how the hell can you not like how you're being portrayed if it's coming out of your mouth? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get that either. And then, of course, the other big story of the NFL is now talking, and everyone's talking, we talked about it before, about good old Dak, how now he's been offered a new contract. Apparently, the Cowboys have an offer on the table for him, 5 years and $175 million, however, and he wants $45 million in year 5 of that contract. Well, guess what? Good fucking luck. Pardon my French, but good luck, however, because you have until maybe the middle of July to get a deal done. Otherwise, you're going to have to play with this contract you're dealing with this year, and maybe they'll talk to you after the season if they want to keep you.
Well, how much were they offering them? You said it was guaranteed?
So it says 5 years. So far, right now, the latest offer, it says in the contract talks, it says here, it says here, the reality is it says the latest rumors press are reportedly asking for $45 million in year 5, however, and it says right now, I guess, a 5-year, $175 million deal, however. It says both sides have until July 15 to come to terms on a new deal, or Prescott would have to sign his $32 million exclusive franchise tender in order to suit up this year. So, right now, the ball is in his court, so to speak. So, I mean, I think we're going to probably continue to just play the waiting game. I mean, you talk about guys who are worth the money. How I mean, let's talk about guys who are worth money, like Pat Mahomes. I'm surprised right now KSA hasn't talked about extending his contract just yet. I think it's time to really maybe focus on the future and look at Pat Mahomes and giving him a big deal.
Yeah, but and again, here's the thing with Dak is the fact that Dak is they have a quarterback now behind him in Andy Dalton. So
yeah.
I mean, Dak can play leverage all he wants, but you know what? In the end,
Yep.
You got a good quarterback that can come in and play immediately, and that's one of those things.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess they all say. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, enjoy your holiday weekend. I'll talk to you on Sunday.
All right. Yeah, definitely come in and listen to the Violators. He's going to give us some. He's going to pep us up just like Ken Thompson did. And watch that interview if you haven't had a chance to do that yet.
I will. I'll definitely check it out tomorrow for sure.
All right. Hey, thanks again there, Jared. All right. That was Jared, our weekly caller. And I couldn't remember what movie it was. It was Black Hawk Down. And it was because there was really nothing else to watch. There's really nothing else to watch. Let me get rid of the knock out the caller. Get that. Okay. There we go. With Jared out, line is open 813-699-0834. Again, if you're on Facebook, I see that Josie Carrillo came in, Gerard Toulouse, Johnny Brandt. Johnny Brandt's good to see you. Cheryl Moore. Ellison, thank you, sweetheart. And love to you and TJ Monroe. Thank you for coming in. Okay, Don was saying some of the things. Okay, Scottie Pippen's one game wouldn't go in because the OK called for Kukoc, and Pippen had a migraine. Then he waited to get surgery on his foot 3 months late. Ooh, it's a hell of a catch. Is that O.J. Howard? Yeah, it is. I just saw the tail end of it. I don't know how long, but he was running. He was running for a long time. I'll see a replay of it. So, Bama up 23-14 with extra point pending. Hurts to O.J. Howard. And remember, that's one of those tight ends that's here with the Succaneers. You got O.J. Howard and Gronkowski. I don't know. I just what quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback, because I know that the bastard's going to make the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to be stupid enough to say he's not going to make the Hall of Fame. But what Hall of Fame quarterback goes on to his second team? Oh, okay. It was like a 60-something yard. Let's see the replay. Safety comes up. Linebackers come up. Howard does a little bit of a shuffle. Is he in the slot? Oh, no. Dude, he just blew by him. Man, that's some bad coverage. I don't know who it was, but somebody just dropped the ball. Literally dropped the ball on that. So, yeah, he was. And O.J. Howard's fast. Quarterbacks that go to their second team, Hall of Fame quarterbacks that go to their next team, how do they perform? Well, let's go down the list. Johnny Unitas went from Baltimore to the Chargers, sucked. Joe Namath went from the Jets to the Rams and the Niners, sucked. Joe Montana goes from the Niners to the Chiefs. I don't say he sucked, and he did bring them. He did bring them into the playoffs, and he won one playoff game. But did he do anything for them? They thought that bringing over Joe Montana was going to make their run with Joe Montana. Didn't do it. Won one playoff game. Brett Favre goes from the Packers to the Jets and to the Vikings. Okay. Played like crap in New York. Ekes his way out to the Vikings. Gets them to the NFC Championship game. And I think that's the one that the Saints NFC Championship game. Sorry, Cal. I don't mean to bring up bad memories. Apologies, there, shipmate. Kel's one of my overseas. Tommy Bouchane and Kel are one of my overseas Vikings fans. But other than getting them to the championship, he didn't get them to a Super Bowl. I would say that Favre was the most successful, and did it. I would won the Heisman and the Super Bowl MVP. Well, there's Plunkett, and there's also Desmond Howard. Roger, brother. Great comment by Kel. I wasn't directing that at you, but I remember that you were still here. So enough good memories against the Saints. Yes, you do. Yeah. I apologize. I didn't realize I had a yawn coming. What do I think of Prince of Mukamara sign? Hey, Matthew, thanks for a question. I said this the last time we were talking about it, and Hot Neil again, the best to you, because Hot Neil called, but I wasn't taking calls at the time, so Hot Neil can call back. Matt, I tell you, having Amukamara as the other corner, the best signing that the Raiders made cornerback-wise as far as signings. Remember, we originally tendered Eli Apple earlier in the offseason, and he never came to terms, okay? Prince was cut because of his salary, okay? Now, he's a 10-year veteran, but the guy still has some juice in his legs. He really has some juice in his legs, right? So, that's a really good signing. Plus, you have Arnett to come underneath him. You got the young guys to learn with him. Mullen's going to learn with him, being on the other side. You got Arnett and Isaiah Johnson and Robertson that are going to be learning underneath him. A 10-year vet, a Super Bowl winner. You can't beat that. Great experience. Yeah, Marcus Allen and Roger Staubach. Yeah, yes, Ed. I had two. And I bet you most people forget about Desmond Howard. I bet you most people forget about Desmond Howard, and I didn't forget about it. Hope we win our first game. If we lose, we'll feel as bad the day my mom beat me. Ooh, man, that's some heavy stuff, Stumbling. I'm sorry. First off, I'm sorry that your mom beat you unconscious. I'm very sorry to hear that. Good signing. Yeah, hey Doug, thanks for coming in, brother, and thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you see, I was talking about every show. I have a thumbs down, and that individual I gave several FUs at the beginning of the show because I can't stand people that are adults but they're not. They are children. They are children. So if you like what you see, please continue to give me some thumbs up. I like to make sure that I like to try to be in the high 90 percentiles, and I like that. So if you can, I appreciate it. I'm not trying to pedal for thumbs up, but that one idiotic thumbs down just pisses me off. Oh, okay, thanks, Stellan. I mean, damn, I'm just throwing out there that your mom beat you unconscious, man. That threw me, brother. That threw me. Wow. I'm sorry. We start with the Panthers. Now, you're talking the Panthers game or the first game against the Saints at home? Because I think that the Panthers is a winnable game. The Saints is going to be a tight game. Phil with him and Nick from the Bears. There should be some support from each other on the. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, you got Kwiatkowski, who was a fantastic signing. I know that I originally saw that the Raiders were going to sign the Packers guy that went to Cal. I can't remember his name. He ended up signing elsewhere, and he's a decent signing. But Kwiatkowski was. Such a great performer for the Bears. He's just I can't. He makes you feel good, man. Like a real old timey, give it all, blood, sweat, and tears on the field, man. And I've been following him, so I was really happy about that. So you get Kwiatkowski and Littleton, and then you obviously have Amukamara come over. So those are, they're not grizzled. I mean, Amukamara is a grizzled vet, but Littleton is a fantastic pickup. Not long in the tooth, but a good solid vet. So is Kwiatkowski. And then even on the defensive line, the people that came over from Marinelli, between Rush and Collins, and then and I always forget him, but Carl Nassib, that came over as well. These are guys that they're young, but they know what the hell's going on. Okay, so it's such a really good mixture. It's a great mixture. So many good young players with enough veteran leadership around them. It's great, and that's why I can't understand why. They're picking the Raiders to be 5-11. F you. yeah, maybe the beginning, the end of the London games to the increase in revenue and cost of giving up home games. Wow. I hope not, Kel, because I'll tell you, the London games was a really good spot for the European football fans to get together. Because I remember you go to any London game and you have jerseys from everybody. You get your season tickets. Your season tickets were, people that wanted to watch football, real football, live football, not on TV, right there. And it was a great venue. Ski, his name is too long in here. It's Kwiatkowski, man. Don. Link that info. What Ken and Jay were saying last night about economy it could be a while. Yeah, it might be, Kel. And it's here's the thing though, is that they were looking, and this might be really the death knell for having a team in London, because I know that people were looking at having the Jaguars come over, because the Jaguars, his last name's Khan, the owner. He also owns, okay, so I know the Glazers own Man U. I think he owns Man City. I think that's correct. Tell me if I'm wrong. Khan owns Man City. I know the Glazers own Man U. But they get their money from the soccer team. But here's where the would be the Fulham. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was Man City. Anyway, so he owns a soccer team. The Glazers own Man U. That's why. Yeah. Hey, as far as the echo, I looked into it. I have everything on mute that's on the board. There's really nothing I can do about it right now. I have the speakers on. I know what I can do. I will see if it's part of the speaker issue. Okay, I will mute the speakers while I'm not talking to anybody. That we'll see that. But when I have somebody on the line, I got to have the speakers on in order for everybody to hear them. When I get the plugs, I'm going to have the speakers go, instead of going into the main computer, I'm going to have the speakers go into my soundboard as well. If that doesn't work, I'm sorry. The echo issue is something that I'm dealing with. I apologize, and I can't do too much about it. I'm trying to get the speaker issue resolved, but again, apologies there. I saw was listening to the shows where you would have that, and I mean it's not really horrible though. I was thinking it was like really horrible, but it really isn't. So we all won't change our teams. That's true. Hypothetically, Jacksonville becomes the London Capitals. The fan base won't be as big as believed. Yeah, I mean, I really can't see with the fact that if they do have that, or if they don't have, they needed the NFL influx in order to get that base going. Okay, that base, Shad Khan bringing the Jaguars over, because he's not making money in Jacksonville. That's for sure. Let me sit back here. Finish this. Because I need to make sure I have a drink, just in case. I swear I will have some Coke in my hands. I'll be there. Yeah, I know I can't sing that song. But anyway, there is something for me to take a shot with. Now, normally if I would have, I'd spike the Coke with something for a shot glass. So there you go. So in case I have to drink a shot, I got something to drink. Yeah, Devontae Booker. Yeah. And we were talking about him. I think that was probably, I mean, we have that running back now that can spell Jacobs. We lost Crowell. He didn't re-sign. By the way, I was looking and I didn't see where The kid that we had that played defensive end for us that had the issues, Miami drafted him in our space. What is his name? Arden Key's still on the roster. I don't think he's going to make the roster. The kid that played for Miami, and then we picked him up. What is his name? He's still a free agent. That's my bottom line here. He's still a free agent. Devontae Booker is going. No, not Alden Smith, because Alden Smith got reinstated by the Cowboys yesterday or today. Of course, they would never reinstate him if he was a Raider, but now he's a Cowboy. Yeah, he got reinstated. Jordan, thank you, Deion Jordan. Thank you, Don. You knew who I was talking about. Deion Jordan. Thanks, Doug, as well. He's still a free agent. I was looking, unless I'm wrong, Mike Sarah chimes in as well. There's the trifecta. So thank you to Don and Doug and Mike. So there you go. If Alden Smith, because when he was a Raider, he was all done. But now that he's a Cowboy, of course. Sure. Yeah, let's reinstate him. I do like the fact that he's done enough to get his life back together. I mean, I don't poo-poo that. That's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment. So thank you there. Let me get back over here. I've been missing some of the Facebook feed. Let's see here. With volume. I screwed up the volume. Okay. Okay. Let me do that. Facebook feed. Shoot. There we go. What have I been missing? Okay, Ed Winchell, Mike Refuerzo. Yeah, thank you there. Deion Jordan was drafted by the Dolphins. He was drafted by the Dolphins in the pick that where he would have been. It was our pick, and we traded. That was when we picked up Hayden. And he was definitely better than Arden Key. Leo Soroy, thanks for coming in. Hey, again, I see Leo, I see Mike over here on Facebook. Please make sure. Yeah, Hot Neil. I said you can call in now. Yeah, I said that when I wasn't taking calls, not the call. You can call in. I have it up there. 813-699-0834. So the line is open, and Hot Neil can call back in. I just said when I went until I put the number up. Please don't call in. That's all. And Mike Refuerzo, Leo Soroy, make sure you are over and what do you call it? On YouTube. There we go. Hot Neil's calling in now. Okay. I gotta put on the speaker. Hang on. Let me make sure. Hot Neil, don't go away. Let me put the speaker on. So I'm seeing whenever that they're come on, show up. Don't go away. There we go. Hey, Hot Neil, how you doing, brother?
How you doing, Captain?
I'm good. And people were saying that about the echo. When I don't have a call, what I will do is I'm gonna try to mute the speaker and see if that helps. I don't know if it will, but at least I'm trying. But and again, I'm very sorry to hear about the upcoming operation and whatnot. But we'll all be thinking about you, man.
I did that because I found out that I lost 95% of my strength and my balance is completely out.
Okay.
So they're coming back.
Okay, say that again, Hot Neil.
I lost balance and I lost strength in my legs.
Okay.
And they're coming. That's what they're coming to legs for. No, because diabetes or high cholesterol or nothing. It's just because I have lost balance and strength in my both legs.
Okay. Well, I mean, it unfortunately, it's whatever it was, it's causing you to lose your legs. But if it's a health risk, then that I mean, we'd much rather have you alive than you with some bad legs. Correct?
I appreciate that, Captain.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, for sure. And
Captain, when y'all send inbox me a messenger, I want to get one of the patches to have a memory of you guys.
Okay, again, Hot Neil, say that again, please. I'm sorry.
No problem. When you have your patches ready, Raiders patches of yours
Yeah,
ready,
yeah.
let me know so we buy one from you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm working on designs right now. I got at least one or two, and when I have an alternate, because I got the one design that I like that's going to be pushed out, and then I want to have two that's available, so you can pick one or the other, and I'm gonna have them available when I get the alternate figured out. Then I'm going to push them to the right people, because I've got so many things going on. I try to do things all at once, and I can't get things done all at once. So I take them, and I will get them done. When I get the patches done, I'll make sure that everybody knows about them for sure. Everybody knows about them.
And the surgery is done on June 6th, right on my birthday.
Say again, Hot Neil. I'm sorry.
No problem. The surgery they're going to do to me is going to be on June 6th, which is my birthday.
Oh, well, that's not a good birthday present. So I'm sorry to hear that. So your birthday's on D-Day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's how I remember it, D-Day. I always remember my surgery date when I had my triple bypass was the date that Tony Romo took over for the Cowboys. It was 23 October 2006. So if anybody, I always say that, it's something to remember. I also remember on my birthday in 72 was when the Vietnam War ended, March 29th, 1972. So, and also the day before, March 28th, and I can't remember what year, was when the Colts the Colts moved from Baltimore to Indianapolis. I remember that time too. So, and I think Reagan was shot on my birthday. I think Reagan was shot on March 29th as well. Somebody looked that up. But yeah, there was a lot of different things that happened on my birthday. It was I think it was my birthday, it was March 29th, and Reagan was shot. So, yeah, lots of good things. So again, I'm sorry you're going to have a surgery on your birthday, but like I said, the best thing is that a healthier you is better than no you, brother. I tell you that.
Thank you for everything. I want to say thanks to the Red Nation for the prayers. And Captain, you were right. It was on your birthday when Ronald Reagan got shot.
Yeah, I thought that. I remember it because I was talking to I think it was in 10th grade, so it would have been 80. I was talking to a girl trying to get a date, and I was watching the show, and that's when you showed the video, and it was on my birthday, and I was like, wow, man, that's, and you saw Reagan getting shot, and I was like, wow, that's 30 March 81. There you go. So yeah, I know it was on or about. So it was the day after. Yeah. So what we'll do is hopefully something really good will happen this June 6th. So instead of saying, hey, this is when I had my surgery, we'll think something good for you. And the other thing as well. Oh, and Kel Rogers, go get some sleep, brother. And thank you for coming in. Kel Rogers is 3:30 over there in England. Thank you for coming in, brother. Get all those UK folks. If all the UK Raider fans and all the UK Vikings fans, tell them to start calling in, man. I can't wait to talk football and all of that. So thanks again there, Kel. We have, again, that availability. But no, getting back to you as well, Hot Neil, hopefully things will, hopefully we'll have something positive to say about this June 6th instead of something. But again, just stay healthy, brother. All right. You take care, Hot Neil. Be well.
Thank you.
All right. That's Hot Neil Flightus who called in. Again, hopefully good things for Hot Neil. Oh yeah, Kel. No, don't worry, Don. We knew who you were talking about. It was Kel. Let's get back to the big screen here. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. If you want to call in on Skype, Captain_Jack_Rackham. There you go. So you can call in via the phone. You can call in on Skype. And if you like what you see and you haven't done it already, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Again, if you haven't seen the interview with Ken Thompson, go back and look on that on YouTube. And again, remember, tomorrow we're going to be talking to Jerry Robinson, and I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. (8:05). Who am I talking to here? Hello? Hello? 8:05.
Captain Jack?
Yeah, who's this? Hello?
This is, hello?
Yes, I got you, brother. Who am I talking to?
This is Mike Referzo, a.k.a.
Hey, Mike Refuerzo. Hey, thanks again, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Are you with Captain Jack Rackham?
Yeah, I am Captain Jack Rackham.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are things out in Cali, brother?
Okay.
Hey, Mike. What you should do is turn your computer off, because there's a little bit of a delay, and this way it won't throw you. So this way, just talk to me,
okay,
and go back and watch later on.
Okay, so I turned it off.
Okay, that'll make it a lot easier. This way, I'm talking to you, and I can hear you real time.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, no. Now, where are you calling from out in Cali, Mike?
Ventura County.
Okay, now that's down south, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, LA area?
Yes.
Okay.
Right near Oxnard and Ventura, California.
Okay, yeah. So in the surfing area, if I'm mistaken. Also, now I hate to bring up a bad subject, but it is turning June. And we got enough things to worry about with the COVID situation. How has the weather been? Because normally we start getting into fires this time of year as well.
Well, in the county that I live in is where all the wildfires have been known for. They've been known to, be the highest out here in Southern California, in this area.
Right.
Like Ventura County, Ojai, Simi Valley, you name it.
Yeah.
The list goes on. But I'm in I would you say ground zero for it.
Right. That's why I said, as soon as you said Ventura, I said, I know that area. In fact, Ojai, my great uncle and his family used to live in Ojai. And I remember I drove up from the Navy base in San Diego, drove up. I went by the Seavey base, which was Port Hueneme, I think, is out there.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, and then because Port Hueneme was near Ojai, and I would go up to Ojai, and great. I mean, beautiful area, man. Beautiful. I love that area. But obviously, you got to make money to live in California, man. You got to make money.
Yeah, more like it's the prices out here. Living out here is pretty high now. It's right up here in Southern California mostly. From what I've noticed, more near the area, more like San Francisco mostly.
Right.
From what I've noticed versus the Central Valley, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the one thing is that, let me turn this back on here. I had to get my ears settled. The one thing is when I win, if and when I win the lottery. Okay, if and when I win the lottery, I'll buy a house in a nice area, probably around San Diego, because I love San Diego. That's a great area. And so
great Raider booster clubs out there.
Oh yeah. In fact, there's two of them out there. The largest Raider booster club was actually in San Diego.
That's correct.
And when we used to play the Garglers, and I said that correctly, when we used to play the Garglers out there, the both booster clubs, and I actually there might be a third that has come in because I think Nikki started another one. But they would have the one that was in, they had the one that was like south, that was down in, I'm brain farting the area. It's above I'm forgetting my areas to San Diego. I must be getting.
Ocean, are you talking about Oceanside?
No. It was the one that. No. It's down south. There was the one booster club that was up by where all the strip bars were, downtown, like around Convoy. That's where the one Raider club was, and then they had the other one that was down south. That was above. National City, the city that's below National City, the one that's below National City. What do you call that area?
Like Chula Vista.
Yeah, it was in Chula. There you go. It was in Chula Vista. So you had the one club that was in Chula, and then you had the one club that was up around, like I said, the Convoy area where all the strip clubs were, and that's where the two of them were. And I would go back and forth for the Raider parties on Saturday night just to make sure I went to both of them, because I didn't want to say, oh, well, he didn't come to our party. No. When I know that there are events in different places, I go to everybody I can because I want to make sure I see as many fans as I can.
So I had a question, Captain Jack.
Sure.
About the opening in August. What I've heard, they're talking about opening up August 27th? Or is that just for the opening of the facilities?
Well, are you talking about in Nevada?
I mean, just in general for all the 32 teams.
Okay, well, the facilities, I've been told, are open up now. Okay? That you have now. I know that the Buccaneers facility is open. And I can say that because I live in Tampa or outside of Tampa. Now, the capabilities are put out to where when the local governments say you can come in, it's up to them. The NFL put out that anybody can open up now, okay? And Don even said that facilities are open now. So Don lives in Vegas, so the facilities that are out in Henderson, if I'm not mistaken, they're open now. And what they're trying to do is, it obviously it's up to each local government as to when they are going to have these things open. Just because the facilities are open, though, that doesn't mean that they've figured out what the schedules are going to be or how that they are going to, because the schedule's out, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be going by the schedule, because things might be pushed back.
That's correct.
Yeah. So we'll hope for positives, but the facilities are open. If the local government said that they are open. Now again, California and New York right now are the biggest impediment to the season going on. Because Florida is opened up, and Florida has stated that they will take in, pro teams. Like that, they have a plan where even Florida here in Tampa would be like a hub for hockey. Arizona has said that they would be a hub for baseball. Florida also, it would be a hub for baseball. Up in Gainesville, they've opened up and said that the facilities over at the University of Florida, which, I'm a Gator, but the facilities for University of Florida are opening up for the pro facilities if people want to use them, if the pros want to use them. And with California, and you're there in California, you know that your governor has stated, hey, we're not going to have anything available. and he's shooting himself in the foot because he's saying that it's blocked. No, we're not going to do it. Well, once California, who is and I'm trying not to be political, but California is so far in debt anyway, right? And then you put on top of that the amount of money that the state will lose without professional sports. You're gonna, and these teams are gonna say, and the guy's name is what? Gray Davis?
Oh, the governor right now?
Yeah. Newsom.
Gavin
Okay.
Newsom.
I'm sorry. I knew there was. I knew there was a G in there. I went back a couple of years. I apologize.
That's
G.
okay.
Gray Davis, Gavin Newsom. I knew there was a G in there somewhere. So you got Gavin Newsom that's saying that we're not going to have anything open. But you got the owners of all of these teams, especially Stan Kroenke, who is a multi-billionaire, right? Saying, "Oh, you're not going to have the capabilities for my team? Are you effing kidding me?" No, you're going to have all of the owners of the Dodgers and the Giants, and those people are going to be losing millions of dollars, saying that we're not going to have things open. They'll say, "Okay, if you say we're not going to open up California, okay, then we'll go to somewhere else." Ed Winchell said that California sports are back without fans. That remains to be seen, Ed, because if the owners want to go to a facility that will open up for fans, they'll go there. They'll go to Arizona. They'll go to Nevada. They'll go up to Portland or wherever. They're going to go where the money is. So if they're open...
So what I'm understanding that each state here in the U.S. is starting like phases. They're starting to reopen by phases, like phase 1, phase 2.
Right.
So they're trying to experiment with each phase, understanding like in the aspect of sports entertainment, like NFL football. We're seeing phases of each state exercising the reopening of opening up each stadium or each sport on how they're going to go about it. Now, I don't know how California is going to be addressing that, if they're going to opening up by phase 1, but if there is modifications to those, standards on the phase 1 or the phase 2, right now we're still barely easing into phase 1, and if it means we don't even know if it's going to be opening up, or if it's going to be just watching games in person, and then the games are going to be, fans are going to be separated. Like, of course, there's social distancing, exercising social distancing by how they place the fans, fans each seating inside these, and then even including, brand new stadium in Las Vegas.
Right.
We don't know how that's going to work. Or they're just going to say altogether, no, you're just going to have to only watch it from home.
Right.
So that's the big discussion right now, that we as Raider fans don't even know what's going on.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why right now I'm a season ticket holder, and two-thirds of the games that I have in Vegas, they're up for sale. They're up for sale.
Oh, wow.
Because and for me to put my tickets up for sale is sacrilege. But I don't know how they're going to do the, if it's only going to be when they open up the stadiums, if and when they open up the stadiums, they're going to have to social distance, which means, and I wish that I had on the Ultimate Packer fan, Wayne Sargent, who's a really good buddy of mine. He said that he's already heard from the Packer organization that they're going to social distance out, so people that have season tickets, and basically everybody in Green Bay has season tickets because that team, that's who you got, right? So their place is sold out all the time because they're all Packer fans, and half of them, if not more, are owners because they have stock in the team. But they put out a system where they're saying that for Packers season ticket holders, they're going to have like a lottery, and maybe you'll be picked in the lottery but that doesn't mean that you're going to be sitting in your seat. And people are up in arms like, what the frack are you talking about? So you can be a season ticket holder, and the way that they were spacing, and again, this is just the thought, and I want to have Wayne on here. I'm going to have Wayne on here, not Wayne Violator, that's a different Wayne, but I'm going to try to get Wayne on here one of these days to talk about it, how the Packers are doing it, and that's the idea of what they're going to be having for the season. Are they going to be opening up where they have nobody in the stands, which means, okay, by the way, if they do that, are you going to compensate me for the 2 tickets that I have that are not being used? We got to figure that one out, because that pisses me off. I mean, I get it. If they said that this is the way it is, but they got to compensate the people that own the tickets. That's what I'm saying. They got to do it.
What's interesting is that these guys are doing, the players right now on the roster, the current roster, are working out, doing virtual workouts with each coach individually in groups.
Right.
And what I've been noticing, like, other than, Derek Carr slinging the ball with some of the wide receivers that are at the park constantly working out right now, and what I've seen in videos on Las Vegas on Facebook. But other than that, the season overall, as far as the players, now each player has to, like, depending on the position, are they living up to the standards of what Mayock and Gruden have set, or even the staff have set into the upcoming season, how, like, making weight, trying to pass certain physicals to make the team.
Yeah,
because you still have to pass those
right.
standards in order to still play football, let alone. So you can't just be like, well, you can't be eating at home and not working out and thinking you still got a position on the team just because we're in this epidemic. And I would hope that a lot of these players are working their butts off trying to make the roster. I mean, we saw it preseason, but let alone getting through preseason, if you're not making the cut because you're not abiding to those standards, then you're basically your starting position or your second street position in jeopardy.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, though. I would say that that's one of the reasons why I really like our roster, is because the players that we have on our roster are, for the most part, younger players that want it, okay? And that's why that they were drafted. They're Gruden-esque type players. They are players that Mayock has put together that he wants to have on the team. So up here, they have the proper mentality, because if you are not going to work for your position, you're not on the team right now. You're gone. All of the players that were cancers are gone. The players that didn't put out are gone. Now, there's still a few on there, and like, for example, Mayock called out P.J. Hall a lot before. He called out P.J. Hall, and I'm surprised he's still on the team. But if he doesn't put out, he's gone too. So that there's a defensive tackle spot available because Mike Mayock put P.J. Hall on blast, saying that, unless you start working to make yourself better, you're not going to be on this team. And I had the depth chart up last week, I think, and I know P.J. Hall is not a starter. I think he might be number 2, but I tell you what, that's a tenuous number 2. And if he doesn't do what he needs to do, he's not going to be on this team. I can tell you that. Excuse me.
Well, one thing I know about P.J. Hall was, when I was watching him throughout the whole season, was that there were times where after the snap, you're supposed to follow through with the motion.
Right.
And while everybody else was either Hankins or Mo Hurst trying to after the snap was following through, like, still like if it was whether stopping the quarterback or going after the running back while you were during that play in motion. After a while, you would see PJ Hall quit after a while. Like he would quit a few minutes right, even in between the play. He would let the other guys do what they got to do while he was just jogging after a while. I would see that after every play. I'm like, and I asked myself, but you're a professional football player.
Well,
you get paid for your performance on the field.
There are plenty of people that are professional football players that if they don't get it, they're not in the league. You know, like it's like the old expression that well, I'm sorry, Homer, I burped. He said I was uncouth. I apologize. I drank my Coke real fast, and I burped. But getting back to the point, that's so uncouth. Hey, Homer, get one of those FUs I put out earlier and take it. If you're not performing, right? Just like Jerry Glanville said in the old NFL videos, right? NFL, you know what NFL stands for? Not for long. Okay? If you're not living up to standards, you're not going to be in the NFL for long. Not for long. Which means that these players that are not working out proficiently, they're not doing the things that they need to do. And by the way, because they're going to have a shorter period of time, especially the younger players, to get in the playbook and learn the players, you can guarantee you that if they're not doing it, they're not going to be on the final 53. They're not. So this is the time when you really need to do. You can't hit anybody, right? So you got to do the mental. You got to do the mental reps. You got to do the physical reps of keeping your body in shape and doing everything you can to be as physical as you can. And if you're not doing that, it will show as soon as you get people together. It's going to show. And like I said, Daniel Ross.
What's interesting about what I understand about PJ Hall is that right after the draft, we brought in some talent that was undrafted.
Yeah.
And to my understanding, there was a defensive tackle that we signed on as an undrafted free agent, and he didn't look too bad. But if PJ Hall is not going to uphold to being already, how many years he has under his belt playing for the Raiders, this other kid is going to be hungry enough to take that position away from him.
Right. And remember, we also got the kid Rush or Ross. Maybe it's Ross. Yeah. The kid that we got from the Cowboys. Guarantee you, he knows what Marinelli wants, man. He knows what Marinelli wants. And Marinelli is like a drill sergeant. Okay, he is like a drill sergeant. So if you don't live up to what Marinelli wants, you're not going to be here very long. So, Ross, NFL, man, not for long. So, and I'm not picking on PJ. I just said when the general manager points you out already in the preseason and says, dude, you better light a fire under your ass or you're not going to be here, in so many words. It wasn't specifically that, but it was directed. You're on notice. Unless you start performing, you're not going to be on this team. You're not going to be on those teams.
Yeah, I mean, I can only guess that even I would say like the players that didn't perform so well last year, the ones that ended up getting injured on our team, a lot of them that are either second or third string. I trust and believe that there's other undrafted free agents that didn't get drafted in the first or second or third or fourth rounds. I trust and believe that those boys that are going through the system, through the NFL system, trying to find a team to sign on to.
Yeah, and I agree. Hey, Mike, I got a call coming in, brother. So good talking to you. Make sure you subscribe and keep on calling in.
I will.
All right.
I will.
Good listening. That was Mike Refuerzo. and we got Ed Winchell, who was having side conversations here with Don Webb. I'm watching those side conversations, talking about ticket prices, and and again, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you like the fact that ignorant people need to be accounted for in the account, give me a thumbs up. I got some people watching now. If you're watching on Facebook, especially, come over to YouTube. It's always good to have you on YouTube anyway. Ed, what's going on, brother? What how you doing tonight? Edward.
Not bad, Captain. It sounds like you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here.
Are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have. Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay.
I was just saying to Don, these Raider tickets are the highest right now in the entire league
Yeah.
by 2.
Yeah.
I suspect, and as Mike said, or asked, he hopes it's not going to be because of the losing season. But in reality, I feel that in the middle of the year, they'll be down to prices where people are going to be able to afford $200-300 a game.
Yeah.
They just can't sustain these prices.
All I know is that as long as I make face plus a little, that's all I'm looking for. Now, right now, my tickets are listed at what they're saying they should be sold, and it's quite high. And I'll come down off of that eventually, but as long as I get my money back and a little bit to take care of, remember, because it's not just the ticket prices, it's the PSLs. Okay, so I figure if I pay for and I'll have to figure it out mathematically what I need to get in order to start paying off my PSL as far as my investment. Okay, that's what I'm going to sell my tickets for, and it's not for me to gouge anybody. It's for me just to break even and maybe just to break even and start paying some of that PSL off. Because to me, I already paid my PSL. I don't have people that were still paying on their PSLs because they went on the plan where you can pay a little, and then you have the interest. I didn't do that. I paid my PSL off in 3 years because they said you can do it that way, and I don't like to pay interest. Okay, it was a big chunk each year. Okay. So whenever however I can pay it off, that's money I need to make back. So I'm not out to gouge anybody, but that's the other reason why I said if it comes down to it, I'm going to put my tickets are on Ticket Exchange, right? So if somebody wants to buy them, it's not necessarily I know who the hell buys them. This way I don't feel bad if they're pretty high. Now, if they're not being sold, then I'm going to come to you. I'm going to come to Don Webb. I'm going to come to Logan Moore. I'm going to come to people that I know that said, hey, my tickets are available. This is the price. Now I'm doing that after that that they're on Ticket Exchange because I want to try to get money for them. Again, not gouging, but to get my money and a little bit back to pay the bills. Okay, that's all that matters to me. So, now, how far away is Vegas from you, Ed?
4 or 5 hours.
Okay. Now, if I said, "Hey, Ed, I got my tickets,"
I'd be there. I mean, I'd make a weekend out of it.
Right. So if I know that my tickets are available, and I know that Don Webb, who has him and his beautiful wife, want to sit in my seats, I'm gonna sell them for face plus a percentage of my PSL. Okay, so and that's minimum. Okay, but I'm going to try to get a bit more for them via Ticket Exchange because again I want to pay off other debts quicker. I still have to pay this room off. And until I get the money from my mom's condo sale, I'm still looking at my money for this room. So things got to happen, man. I would want to make sure that I leave people, and I don't like debt. Do not like debt. Do not like debt. And I'm going to make sure that I do my best to make sure that I'm above debt, man.
I want everyone to know that I would gouge the fuck out of them.
That what? Who? What?
I would gouge the fuck out of your tickets.
Well, I gouge per se on Ticket Exchange. I put them way up above whatever they're supposed to be, what the price is, right? Okay?
Right.
But that's why I don't like to sell tickets to friends, because when I'm out to make some money, I don't like to say, hey, dude, by the way, here's these tickets. And I think the opening night, where the tickets in my area, I think they're going for like $3,000 a seat. That's what it says. My ticket, and it's lower bowl. I think row 6, right in the not in the aisle, but in the right next to the vestibule. So you have a very good seat where you can look right up onto the end zone, corner end zone, and you can also see the big TV picture thing. So you see what you're going to see, right? Great seats.
Right.
And 1 and 2. Right next to that, so if you have somebody like that small, like say Don's wife is a small Filipina, I'm sure she would get a better view if she sat on the inside, because then she has nobody or only one person in front of her, but she can lean out to the right and see the end zone and can see everything. And that's why I bought the tickets, because a lot of times there will be somebody with me that's not so tall, and I want to make sure that they can see the ticket as well.
I think that whatever happens, that you'll be kind enough to anybody who you can help out with when it comes to your friends.
Yeah, but like I said, when I sell to my friends, it's going to be face plus a percentage, because I'm making my PSL back. That's for sure.
You're entitled.
Yeah,
I'm entitled.
It's like face plus percentage, and you know me, man. I hate saying I got all my tickets up for sale. I hate that. You know, I'm at 13 games a year average, and I'm not going to anything right now until I figure out what the game plan is. And the first thing that I'm going to do as far as travel that's not game related is I'm going to do my best to go out for the Santa Maria parade thing with Black Hole Santa Maria. And I think that's in September. That's the first thing that I'm looking to go to. I can't go to Raider Nation Explosion in July because I don't know what the situation's going to be like in July. It's too early for me to plan for that, right? So I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to be doing for anything is in September, and we'll see what happens then. So I'll go out for September for the parade if all goes well. I want to go to the opener in Charlotte, because again, I can drive there. I don't have to fly, and we'll see what the social distancing thing is. We'll see.
Are they opening up in Charlotte area?
I don't know. I think that Hollywood is up there. I know Hollywood's in South Carolina, but he should be knowing what's going on in North Carolina. Hopefully we'll have some people that know what that situation is. Here's the thing. We don't know, like I was talking about the season tickets with the Packers, we don't know how social distancing is going to be put in effect in a stadium. Okay? And with my medical conditions, I'm not looking forward to being shoulder to shoulder with anybody. Okay? Not looking forward to it. And as far as like, I'm not being a standoffish asshole. It's because, and you know me, Ed, you were with me for what, the opening game? I'm very
last year.
Right, last year. Very personable. I talk with everybody. I give everybody bro hugs and lady kisses and all the things like that because that's me. I'm very personable. But out of safety for others, I can't even do that this year until I know what's going on.
No, you as Captain Jack can't go. Everybody wants your picture with them. You would be the last person in your health situation
Yeah.
to want to go to a game. I don't care if they set it up for 30,000 people. When you're walking into a stadium, you got the restrooms, you've got the concession stands. You're going to be around people, and the chances of not catching something is very high.
Yeah.
Look what's going on now in the world with this coming back. Yesterday was more deaths than ever in the history of coronavirus in the world.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the world was the highest death rate since the virus came out.
And in answer to your question, and thank you, Doug Fisher. This is why I really do look at the comments, folks. I don't ignore them. Sometimes I get on tangents and I can't look at them. Doug Fisher says, entering phase 2 tomorrow in North Carolina. So thanks for the information. Restaurants can open at 50% capacity. Bars, music venues, and the gyms aren't open yet. So there you go. Bars in Florida are not open. I don't think the gyms are open yet. Mike Sarah who called in earlier, who's in Misery, and yes, I said that correctly. He's not in a gym yet because, every time Mike Sarah calls, he's calling from the gym. You can hear the weights behind him. I say, hey, Mike, make sure you do an extra couple reps for me because I'm getting fat, And one of these days, when I get a chance to do it, I'm gonna actually start using my equipment out in the patio, which is a great patio area. Red states are going up while blue states are going. Okay, I can't remember. Red is Republican, right? And blue is Democrat. I think that's
red Republican.
That's what I thought. Red is Republican. So the Republican states are going up. Blue states are going down. So now, Logan, you're saying that their rate of, when you say are going down, is that with the amount of the virus is going up? I think that's what Logan is trying to say. Is that if you're a Republican state, the sickness rate is going up. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah, I know Jeff. I know that the gyms aren't open here in Florida. Jeff, like I said, Jeff's here in Florida with me. So Jeff, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in as well, Jeff. Make sure you're here. Make sure you're here, Jeff. I appreciate you being here as well. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Hey, we'll see ya. We'll see you definitely for the. And by the way, it is 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the national championship game. Alabama just scored a touchdown. They're winning 30-28. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here until the game's over. We all know who won, but because I'm going to I'll do a play-by-play. But hey, Ed, as you know, I'm going to be aware, and I'll sell those tickets. And as soon as I can, I'm going to be out for things. But I got to watch my health, man. I got to watch my health.
Well, Jay, it's been a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you, there, brother, and I appreciate the FU to that certain person.
I know you do.
Oh man,
came straight from my heart.
You know what? It's childish. It's like at the very end of as we were watching the movie, The Bridge on the River Kwai, and you had remember what the last word out of the movie was? It was from was it McDonald? I think it was Donald. McDonald was the actor's name. He played the SBO in The Great Escape, and he was also like the executive officer for the Brits in The Bridge on the River Kwai. So remember what his last word was in Bridge on the River Kwai?
No.
Madness. And that's what madness is coming on somebody's page to give them a thumbs down. Dude, you know what? I'm in your head. You must really love me to spend time on my page just to put a thumbs down. God, get a fucking life. And if I had some more things to drink, I would drink. I would do it. I'm out.
Yeah, Tommy Beard is a 39-year-old mental midget.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
What do you expect?
Anyway, hey Ed, thanks for calling in, brother.
Take care. Nice chatting with you.
You take care.
Bye.
All right, we have Ed Winchell is gone. I got a person at I know who this person might be. 612. Who am I talking to? 612.
Crazy Cooter coming at you.
Who's this? Is this Cooter?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cooter, for you. I'm glad you called in, brother.
Sitting on the banks of Mississippi having a beer.
Having a beer. Yeah, I saw that you just joined on Facebook. So I'm going, and so for the folks that came in, Jimmy Mitchell, Cooter, who I'm talking to right now, and Jose Bernal, thanks for coming. Remember, if you're watching on Facebook, please come over to YouTube and call in, just like Crazy Cooter, my buddy is here. And Cooter, you're definitely going to be the last caller of the evening, and I'm gonna give you some time because we're at 11 o'clock. I said that I'm going to be here until the game is done. And you said you're on the banks of the Mississippi. Whereabouts?
My hometown, Ramsey, Minnesota.
Oh, okay. So you're still up north then?
I'm at home right now. I'm not in my rig. I'm in my '93 Buick Roadmaster wagon.
Okay. Hey, Cooter, I don't know.
Wagon.
I don't know if you were here when I was talking before when the schedule came out, and the week that the Vikings are down here in Tampa, okay, is when the Colts are in Vegas, and it's later in the year, so hopefully, and I said this, I'm not going to that game, so I'm gonna be here in Tampa. Now, if the tickets are available and things have gotten better health-wise, I gotta quantify it like that. If there's a ticket available with your group, okay, and they figure out
get a hold of Joe Lamont.
Okay.
Reach out to Joe Lamont, Sir Pistol. He's already had people pay for 80 of 100 tickets.
Okay, now
and possibly more.
Okay, now does he work with Dave Bunker down here?
Maybe not. I mean, yeah, we're all the VWO,
right?
But Joe just has a knack for doing these group purchases and stuff like that.
Okay, well, make sure if you can send me his information. You got my number anyway. Text me his information, and I'll try to do that because I know Dave Bunker, who is the president of the Vikings club here. In fact, that's the guy that's coming in tomorrow to hopefully fix my air conditioner because Dave is the guy that did this room. Okay. So a lot of
Dave's part of the Tampa Bay Norsemen.
Right. I know he's part. In fact, and that's why I told Dave. I said, hey, and I told you as well. I said I would love to go to the game with the Vikings crew because I would be wearing my gear with all Vikings folks and just enjoy the hell out of it and hoping that the Vikings could put a whooping on the Bucks.
Well, here's what we always say. We do it as GWO, good with others. You know.
Yeah.
We always welcome others into our fandom because you're part of the family already, Jack.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's what we love about this whole super fan deal. You know, yes, we might not like the other team, but we still have to put up with them because they're part of the whole thing as the NFL.
Right. And I always say that, hate the team, don't necessarily hate the fans, and you probably missed a whole bunch of hate and discontent about the one nickel-headed, the guy's got like a nickel for a brain that always comes on here and gives me a thumbs down, and I was like, dude, getting into that, he must love me, man. He loves me more than any person in his life. So there you go.
Yeah, that was a beautiful night in Minnesota tonight, and just out enjoying them, using my home time and just get off the road from busting my balls out there out on the road, and but I have to because I'm part of the essential food chain.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And like I said, we appreciate all that you do, man. We appreciate all that you do.
Well, thank you very much.
And again, thanks for calling. Thank you for the view. So and if you haven't given me your thumbs up already, you better give me a thumbs up, and that'll knock it up. I gotta ask. And again, hopefully,
thumbs up on YouTube.
Yeah, thumbs up on YouTube if you can get over there.
Okay.
And
for sure.
Do that. And again, we'll send me the information for the Joe Almonte you said?
Joe Lamonte.
Okay. Send me his information and I
L-A and then M-O-N-T-E.
Oh, Lamont. Yeah, Lamont. Okay. Yeah, like he actually has the same name of Gruden's ex-agent, Bob Lamont.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
there you go.
He's the guy that got Gruden basically traded to the Bucks was because of his bullshit. But there you go. Hey,
or like I said, his surname is Sir Pistols.
Sir what?
Sir Pistols.
Sir Pistols? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a VWO name, you know what it would be?
What's that?
Circumcision. There you go. Circumcision. There you go. And I tell you what, I just like George Costanza. And by the way, the Raider Hunter Renfrow just caught the pass that the winning score with 1 second to go, and you see these Alabama fans that are just looking like that somebody just shot and killed their dog. 1 second to go, Hunter Renfrow, the awesome Raider player from last year, is there. Hey, I didn't say Jack. Ed Winchell is with the old Jack Meoff. But Sir, but if I had a VWO names, I know everybody is Sir this and Sir that. Mine is Circumcision.
Maybe we'll have to get you an honorary on that.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I mean, because the other thing is that the cum in the beginning of Circumcision, that's another sight gag right there. Anyway. Anyway.
You might have to be my first nominee, Jack.
Okay. Well, hey, I will be at any time I can hang with VWO, great people. And I said this before, the Vikings crew that I hung out with Trey and the guy who played Odin, I don't know what his name was, but Trey was awesome. The guy who played Odin was with me in the front row, and all the other folks. The girl, the knockouts. I can't remember what they're. Brittany's, the two Brittany's, beautiful girls.
Oh yeah, the Brittany's.
Yeah, the Brittany's, and then Teresa, who I love Teresa to death. Love Teresa. Oh my God, love Teresa. And there's another one who does. She's a knockout too. I won't get into that, but I was going to say something, but I think against it. But beautiful people up there.
Did you see that? Did you see that Sir V got to play catch with you like that? Our quarterback.
with
I got a brain fart.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins' dad lives like 2 blocks, two houses or 3 houses down from Survey.
Cool. Now that's awesome, man.
Or 2 blocks. Or
Yeah.
something like that. So Survey and Cousins got to play catch the other day.
That's cool, man. Hey.
And then later on Cousins' blog, he brought Survey on his whole guard
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
on his blog. So maybe you might want to check that out.
And that's Trey, right?
Yeah, Trey.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yep.
I want to make sure because
Yep.
now I didn't get a chance to meet Sid when I was up there, so maybe I'll meet Sid next time too.
Yeah, don't even bother. Don't bother.
I want to make sure I meet the proper people. But hey, always good hearing from you, Cooter. Give me your best out the door, man. Like you're signing off. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Creighton Cooter coming at you. Main crazy over there, stupid. Keep that grease side down, sunny side up. Wheel spin the beaver's grinning. I'm gone, killer.
All right, you're 10-10 on the side, man.
Yep.
All right, take care there. Good hearing from you, bud.
Yep.
All
God,
right.
God bless, Jack.
Bless you as well, and we'll look for that game, and we'll have a good time.
For sure.
All right, take care. That's Crazy Cooter up in Minnesota, on the banks of the Mississippi. Again, we're seeing the national championship game where Hunter Renfrow got the winning touchdown, and it tells you. I mean, you have all of the players here, and in the fact that and again, if you're still watching on YouTube, thank you for being here to watch. And thanks for coming. If you're on Facebook, thanks for doing that as well. But come on over to YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. We had a good one. I enjoy hanging out with people. So let's do this. And as you hear, and I'm going to tune this up just a little bit. Okay, actually, I'm not sure if it's loud enough. Hopefully, you can hear me over the music. If not, let me know. Give me a comment. Said that wants to call into the stream at Mr. BT. Where's the Discord? The Discord? Oh, Empty Hero. What? Where's the are you talking about the number? Well, actually, we've been on for 2 hours. Hey, Empty Hero, come in next time. Mr. BTFO wants to call into the stream. Maybe next time, Empty. Make sure that you are here tomorrow. We're gonna have an interview with Jerry Robinson, and we'll go from there. And then Sunday we're gonna have Violator on. And by the way, if you're listening, and I love the track, it's let's see here, Raider Fight by Bludgeonator. That's a great track. So make sure you're here tomorrow night on the show, and we'll see everybody here for that. Jerry Robinson will be with me, and we'll talk Raiders stuff, we'll talk Eagles stuff, we'll talk UCLA stuff, and actually even going back to when he was playing high school in Santa Rosa. Jerry Robinson is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame, as well as the UCLA Hall of Fame. Man, you can't beat that. And great linebacker for both the Raiders and the Eagles. So again, thanks for being here. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you being here. I'm gonna pack it in and get some sleep, and hopefully my air conditioning will be was it Raiderhead? I gotta get okay. I gotta do it, Raiderhead. Okay, we'll do that. And yeah, Mike Sarah loves it. Thank you. Now you can hear me over the music. I'm hoping. I'm hoping you can hear me over the music. I don't want it too loud. I turned it up a little bit so you can actually hear the song. But if it's too loud, I might have to turn it down. Anyway, thank you for being here again. We will be here tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, with Jerry Robinson, the linebacker. Make sure you're here Sunday again where we'll have Violator with us, and appreciate everybody being here. It's always good having a great time with Raider Nation and even like Viking World Order with our boys over there. A couple Vikings in tonight. So again, I tell you, gotta love the purple as well. Silver and black, and I like my purple people even. Take care, and and Jared was in, Steeler fan. Good. So Mike, seriously, you can hear me fine. Well, again, tomorrow night, Jerry Robinson. Sunday night with Violator. Everybody, take care. We'll see you on the flip side, as they say in trucker land. Who would know that? Take care, Raider, baby. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.